Hi everybody, let me zoom in. Happy Friday. This is close enough. Oh Lord, here we go. Don't want all that chin, do we? Good, okay. Let me get you guys zoomed all in. Happy Friday. I'm going to turn on some tunes. And I hope you all are having a great day. We have made it to the weekend. And I'm so excited about that. I'm looking for a playlist for us. Give me 1 second. And we're going to pull a mystery makeup look together. So I wonder what it could be. I'm going to show you guys. So I got my big hair today again. We're going to kind of shove her in the background and put on some gems. And get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you one product and I wonder, can you guys guess what's going on? And if you watch later, maybe you'll be able to guess before it starts rolling. So I have this here. I've got this here. Then we got some regular beauty products. Wonder what I'm doing, and I actually have one more product I need to grab for you guys. Has anybody been able to guess it yet? Okay, so today we're doing a fun half beauty Halloween look. I'll just tell you. So we're going to go and make half of our face a melting watercolor and the rest is going to be regular beauty. So why don't we get right into it? Bottom part's super easy. We're just going to go in with our Shape Tape foundation on the bottom half of our face. Look at that, don't that look crazy? We're just gonna go ahead and take our Beauty Booty blender and blend that bottom part out. You can do 2 layers if you want because the top half is gonna be nice and stark white. And I know this looks so strange without everything else, but it will all make sense towards the end. And because I know we're going in with some really pale makeup at the top, I'm actually going to do one more layer of this. Just waiting for this to get in focus. There we go. Hello, I'm back. So this is the first Halloween tutorial I am doing, and I think it's fun. Perfect timing. We're right in the beginning of the season, or getting to the middle of it. So we got that all down here. Let's make sure it's seamless. Now we're going to take Petunia here, push her back a little bit, and we're going to start getting into our next part of this transition. This is actually a really easy look once you do it. You got a white background, you can make something look really cool in watercolor. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with my Inglot gel liner. Actually, I'm going to put that on top. I'm going to do that last. I'm going to go in with my Krylon cream color multicolor wheel here, and I'm going to tap into the white on my Sandy palette here. We're just going to put it on there. Dab a little bit of this white. I've got to get some more of this. I've been running low on it. I'm going to pop some on our palette. Then we're going to take some on our hand, warm up the product a little bit. And just go all over, even your eyes. And I hope Petunia back and all looks crazy. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and disperse that product out a little bit more. Look how white that is on camera. You're going to need a little bit more of that product for the illusion we're going to create, because it's, like I said, it's going to be like a dripping watercolor. And you want this to be really nice and white. Now, as you see, I'm not going in any pattern. I'm just making it kind of messy because I'm going to drip it out too. The eyes are going to be covered with something as well. Bring that down as low as I can. Okay, we're going to do one more layer. Look at Petunia eating hair color, eating makeup, huh? There we go. Let's move her back a little bit more. I know this looks crazy so far, right? It'll all make sense soon. And go right back in with our product. And do another layer of this. Then you're going to go in with a white eyeliner to black out those brows, or to white out those brows, should I say. And it's okay if you try this at home and it's asymmetrical. That's actually perfect for the finished look, for the finished product of what we're going to do. So don't worry about that right now. And I love to makeup tutorials that are like special effects or illusion or Halloween. They're so fun and they're so outside of the box. So before we go in and set this, because we're definitely going to need to, we're going to go in with a fiction product, and we're going to use the Inglot number 76 white gel liner. We're going to go ahead and pop some of that out on our Satiny palette as well. We're going to brush our brow through and put that in. And honestly, I should have grabbed one of my disposable spoolies, but that's okay. This actually makes more sense to dab over. And this will be covered with even more color. So take your beauty blender, blend that out really quickly before it dries. Just dab, dab, dab. And yes, you can brow block first if you want to. I know that I'm coloring this with more color, so I'm not super concerned about that. Let's stay in focus. Oh, YouTube Live. And run that product through your brow. So you can get it white. You can put it on your lid for a little bit of insurance too. I love the gel liners for that as well. A little bit of eye insurance there for you. Doesn't need to be perfect because we're going over this with some color. And then dab, dab, dab. So I'm going to show you just how easy this is, because this could be a quick Halloween party look. You know how you get invited to last minute Halloween parties or something like that, or you need something to go to the office with? Something that doesn't take a really long time. This is one of them. And it will stay. I've done like half body looks like this for Halloween, and it stayed throughout the people's, my clients' festivities all night. So, should have grabbed me a ponytail holder for Petunia here. But we're just going to keep her like so. Keep her out the way. She gets big and she likes to collect product, but that's okay. All right, so we got our base color down. We're going to close up our creams here. Hold on to them. If you might need them later, that's fine. Or you want to do this with a different base, you can do that. I'm just using a Krylon multicolor wheel if you are just tuning in. And then I used the Inglot number 76 gel liner in white. So I'm just going to go in with the Mini Tarte Smooth Operator Translucent Powder. I love to use this on my clients when it's clear because it really, really sets it and doesn't move the product. And it's very finely milled. I absolutely love to use this to set these kind of makeup looks. See? And it doesn't move my white makeup out of the way. Sometimes you'll get a setting powder and it'll take all of that white makeup right off your face that you put down. Or it'll make it start to crackle and crumble a little bit, which drives me insane. You know what I'm going to do? Because we got some detail work to do. I'm going to grab a ponytail holder. Actually, we have one right here. Perfect, perfect. And I'm going to put that, just kind of lightly latch my curls up. Do a little loose ponytail. Just like so. That way you guys can see what's going on here if you end up watching later. So ignore the crazy top ponytail. We just need this hair out the way. There we go. Alright, that's better. That's better, right guys? Okay. So if you want to run a spoolie through, again, I prefer disposable so you don't want to get the white off of your actual spoolie that you use all the time. You can straighten those brows out. I'm not going to be too fussy about them for the simple fact that I know they're being covered. Right now, I'm just kind of giving myself a little bit of extra under eye insurance with this gel liner. It's just on my palette here. I'm going to take my beauty blender. And again, just dab, dab, dab. Okay. Now for me, with my hairstyle, once this is down, I'm not too worried about that hairline because I'm going to have my curls coloring it. If you want to, you can push it more into your hairline. Just know that you're going to have to wash that out. It kind of sticks around a little bit. It's just what happens with effects, creams, and makeups. So now all I'm going to do is put on some colors, blend them out together, and I'll show you what palettes I'm using. We're going to make a drip effect with the Graftobian mixing and setting liquid. So I'm going to put my setting powder aside for a second. We're going to move our Sandy palette over one. We'll need it in a minute. And we're going to start playing with some colors. So, just trying to think of what base I want to go with first. You know what, let's start with the green. I think that'd be fun. So I am going to take a fluffy brush first. My Luxie brush. This is the Tapered Blending in 205. And I'm going to go in with the Inglot Single from the Freedom System set. And it is the Shadow Matte 385. And I'm just going to start blending that. And it's just blending different shapes. Because we want the illusion of watercolors. So right now I'm not worried about any particular order. I just want this to look like watercolor. And you can use a packing brush as well. And then what I like to do when I have my colors placed is actually use my Beauty Blender to smudge it out a little bit more. Next color I'm going to go to is another Freedom System single, and this is in the shade number 60. This really nice vibrant yellow. I'm going to start on the forehead this time. And I like a blending brush instead of a packing brush because it really does create more of a soft pastel watercolor effect. And feel free to bring it down. You want to bring it down because after a while it's going to look like it's melting into the regular foundation. So you definitely want to add those colors in. And see how I'm not going to any perfect form because watercolor kind of spreads like that. You want to kind of adopt the same method if you're going to try this. We're going to go in with a nice shimmer from Inglot, and this is in the shade, the Pure Pigments in 122. And that I'm actually going to switch to a packing brush first. And I'm just dipping a little out on my little station here. And I'm going to merge it right up in there. You can even dab some in between that yellow and green if you want to. When I say this is easy, it's very easy. Very, very easy to do. So far we got some nice greens going on, but I want to add some different shades to this. So I'm going to go into our Busy Art Rose Coral Blush Palette here. And I'm going to get into some of these pretty pinks and reds. And I'm going to go in with this nice coral shade here first. We're going to switch back to our blending brush. Take some of that neon green color out. We're going to merge this upward. Just like that. And keep those colors close to you because we're definitely going to make a dripping effect. It's going to bring some towards the nose. Bring it down some. And as you can see, just kind of smudging this one, merging it in a little bit. And smoothing it down towards that neon. You can pack more shade on if you want, but we definitely want it to look more pastel. That's why we got our white base down. And we're going to go in with some blue now too. So we're going to go in with the Inglot Single Shadow in the shade 429 here. This pretty like periwinkle shade. And it's going to add some to the middle here. And bring it down towards the nose. I'm going to go in with some orange too. And red. And now I'm just kind of merging it towards the sides of my face and having it blend in just like watercolors tend to do. Okay. And let's get some purple going. I have a balm palette here. Let's see if we got a nice purple we can use. Or a plum. We've got a shade called Guilty we're going to dip into here from the foil palette. And I think that will look nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Now this one I'm going to concentrate like so. And I'm merging it into our green a little bit. We can even pop some right here in this white spaces. Okay. Remember to keep all of those colors close by. Now I think we need a little bit more red here. So we're going to add in this pretty shade here from the Rose Coral palette by Viseart. Again, you can keep some of those white spaces. And just kind of filling in the blanks. I'm going to take it down the middle here. And what I'm going to do next is I want to kind of touch up some of that green and pull it more into our brow here. So I'm just going back into that shade here from Inglot Matte 385. Just want to make it a little bit more prominent up here. Same with my periwinkle. Now before I create my drip effect and mascara, I'm going to actually put my lip on here from Makeup Forever. This is a new shade I'm really, really excited to try. And this is in the shade 501, Nude Fiction. And I'm going to grab a, did I grab a disposable wine? Let me get a disposable wine. All right, because we're going to drip those colors over. Look at that pigment, yes. That's a pretty lip. It's a really pretty lip. So before we even worry about mascara or anything like that, and actually what I want to do, I'm just kind of pulling those colors together a little bit more underneath my eye. See how it looks like watercolor? We're going to kick it up a notch. We're going to bring our palette back. Let me actually wipe off our white pigment that we had. I'm going to clean off my palette again and set it down. And we're going to put some of our mixing liquid on the palette. Just pour it right on. We're going to start making our drip effects. And pour some of this on. I'm going to try, the key is to try to match where you've got those colors laying. So it looks like they're really dripping down like that. And I'm using a more small detail brush. This is the brush I'm going to use is a Crown Brush C513. So I'm dipping into my mixing liquid. I'm just making a nice drippy effect if I can. And I'm putting it, you get as liquidy as you need it to be. The more drippy, the better. Even if you can get it to kind of like drop on there. See how it's dripping on its own? Let it drip. Go ahead and let it drip on there. And you see I'm picking up product and just dropping it right on my face. That's what you want. Let it dry how it dries. You can take your blending brush when we're done and we can merge that in. So for the more solid colors that are not loose pigments, I'm just going to take a disposable and scrape some color out onto my palette. That way we don't have to take our palette and soak it with a mixing liquid, you know. It's going to scrape some of that product out. We're going to do the same thing. You can wipe the previous pigment out of your brush. So have your brush cleanser nearby and things like that so you can reset and make your liquid. And I'm working off the same exact palette. I'm just going in. This one I pulled up a little bit more. Do a little drip down the nose here. You can even use all loose pigments if you've got similar colors. That makes it easier. But you can do it with solids. You just want to scrape, get a nice drippable consistency, and just kind of make it melt into the face. So I'm scraping out my next pigment. Let's see, we got some blue down here, so I'm going to scrape some of that out on my palette. Just enough. And I'm going to pour a little bit more of my pigment just right into it, of my mixing liquid, I'm sorry. Got my brush cleaned out. And as you can see, I'm just letting this naturally form whatever it's going to form. We'll worry about blending and merging what we need to merge later on. We want the drips to be nice and pretty and realistic. So I'm making it more liquid than powder, obviously, to get that drip effect that I need. So the ratio of the liquid's going to be higher. So the key is I want it to just fall off of my brush here. Just like that. You can even flick it if you wanted to, like it's not dripping fast enough for you. The thinner the better. Like I like those drips a lot. So now I gotta make space on my palette. So I'm just taking my cleansing utensils and wiping away some of the other liquids so I can make room for the other shades. And wear something you're getting ready to wash or don't care about. And I'm going to go ahead and scrape some of my coral pink back out into the palette. And we're just repeating the same steps, guys. That's all I'm doing. Scrape, pour, and just dripping the product on my face and letting it free fall. You can aid it. If you can be really steady, of course, you can make a pretty drip you can draw on. But I love when it just naturally does it on its own. It's very pretty. And when I tell you, you don't need a lot of product. This is such a nice big bottle. And a little drop does the job, I'm telling you. Does the job so well. Okay, where's my brush? Nothing like having everything right in front of you and still lose it, right? So this is going to be a nice consistency for us. For this red shade, this more coral shade. Then we're going to get some of this green on there too. That nice teal. It's like I'm noticing once I place it and I just drop it, if I put a lot, it comes right off. So it's a little bit of a messy. But once it dries, because it's meant to set there, it looks awesome. And I'm trying to get more of our product on our lip too. Just some dripping on our lippy a little bit. You can even just press some colors on here. It looks really cool. Like what I'll do is press some of the green down here. And let it free fall. Just like watercolor does. Just kind of falls into place and makes the most beautiful patterns. So the last color I kind of want a drip effect for is our teal here. Blue's looking good. So we're just going to go again and we're going to take a disposable, scrape our product out into our palette, and make enough to drip. and make it nice and melty. And again, keep you some sanitary products nearby so you can keep your hands clean. And you might even say if you're going to a costume party, you might have your costume on already so you don't get all of the pigments all over your outfit, and just get it where you want it. So I'm going to go and clean my brush out, get all that smoky, sparkly red out the way. And if you're a person that doesn't like really gory Halloween makeup, this is a great option because it's really pretty and it's still creative and unique Halloween costume, and it doesn't cost you anything. If you got colors at home, just get yourself some mixing liquid. You can even get the Halloween white base. Everything else you own, you use every day. So what I'm going to do for this one is pour it over here a little bit. Make it kind of wet in the tear ducts there because I think that looks really cool. I like that. And kind of just pour some in between areas that could use a little bit more of the drips. Like that was a nice drawn on drip effect. Just like that. And now you can take your puff out. And again, see how that's just falling really pretty on its own? That's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want. And you can take the tip of your beauty blender and softly blend. Merge the colors together just like watercolor. So you still got that drip effect, but you got kind of a seamless blend going on. So you just blend them a little bit more together. Just like that. And I'm even going to add just a little more of our beautiful metallic here. Wish I can get a big goopy drip. Let's see. I think this is my favorite guy there. So now I can take my puff ball out. Petunia. You can pop on some mascara if you don't like the naked look that it will give you. Of course. So for me, I'm just going to zhuzh my fro back out. Take it from behind my ears. Kind of very fitting of this little drippy watercolor clown, if you will. You can just coat your lashes or whatever you want to do with your look. I'm going to pop some mascara because it did really like white. Obviously, it's going to white out your lashes because you've got all of that base down. But see, this makes it, instead of just white makeup, it makes it look like melting. So I'm going to just take my unlashed Wonder Beauty mascara and I'm just going to coat my lashes. And actually, for something like this, I feel like the crazier the hair, the cooler. I'm going to be really honest with the Halloween look. Big and bold curls. I guess I picked a good day to wear fro, because it really matches this. Okay, and I'm just going to pop some mascara on, and I'm going to get close up to the live camera. And that's that. Let's get our mascara on. Just give ourselves a little eye lift here. And again, if you want a brow block, you can. for sure. If you want to completely get rid of your brows, you can do that. I kind of like the brow effect on mine. And for mascara, you can even put lashes on, purple lashes, feathered lashes, any kind of cool lashes you want to add to the party, go for it. I just want enough to where you can see that it's not white. Don't poke your eye out. So just enough to give you some boost there. Then you take the rest of your hair down here. Or whatever you do, you might even get a wig from the Halloween shop if you want to wear pigtails or whatever you want to do with your hair. Spray some color in it. There's glitter hairspray. You've got a lot of options. And my hair is just coming from rain and humidity, so it's creating itself. It's making a costume of its own. It looks like one of those clown afros, but natural color. But this is it. I actually like it against the background. I was going to go all white, but I also like this. And that's it. And it's even faster than this when you're not explaining it and you're doing a tutorial. This is an easy, quick, fun Halloween look. Just melted watercolor. Really cool, really easy, really fun. Stays all day. Promise you. Especially with that Graftopian. And you can get that from the fiction store. They have smaller like little sets too if you don't want to get just the big bottle. And there you go. There's our mystery makeup look. We just have a Halloween dripping watercolor style. And that's it. Guys, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Can't wait to see you on the lineup next week. I've got some really fun stuff coming up. Hope you tune in. We're going to even do a vlog on next week's live. So check it out. Come see us. Come see me. Come hang out. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do some fun tutorials on here every Friday, and it's just going to get better and better and better. All right. Bye.